This video will discuss how to input data for both animals and forages using the X10 system. We can access the input screens either by clicking on the Manage component over here on the left, where you'll see navigations to animal, forage, reports, or events. Or we can simply click on the animals, forage, or reports icon here on the navigation page. Before we get ready to input data for the animals or forages, we first need to edit our profile to make sure that our system is set up. To do that, I'll click on my name. That'll take me to my individual profile page. We want to make sure that our profile is complete, including our address, our mobile number, and the county. We'll put in our veterinary information. Okay. But the important part as far as the setup for your animal and forage input data is we need to fill out the description. So we'll click here where it says description under farm details. Type in the total number of acres, the total number of grazing acres, and then the most important thing is that we need to add the number of fields, farms, paddocks, or pastures that you're going to be managing groups of cattle in or managing forages in on your farm. What we would like for you to do is we would like for you to name your farms or fields how you refer to them when you're managing your cattle. For instance, when I was growing up on our farm in Missouri, we had the old Stewart place, we had the Wilson 40, we had the Gosney place, we had the North Farm, we had the Bottoms. All of those were fields that we managed either for beef cattle or for forage. And so I would want to name each one of these fields or farms, whatever term you want to use, so that when we create a group of animals, we can select the location that that group of animals is in. So if I'm running a group of cows on the Stewart place, I would want a field named Stewart Place. Then I would create the group of cows and put them on the Stewart Place. You can move groups, animal groups all over, so they don't have to stay on one farm or one field. But to get started, they need to be in a location of some sort. As you can see here, I have 6 different fields listed in this profile. I can add one if I want, and it appears down at the bottom of the screen. To edit that field, I just click on it, type in the number of acres, the purpose of the field, either hay, grazing, or both, grass species, all right, most of that is fescue. My management level is either high, medium, or low. And then the number of paddocks. Now, if you create some paddocks, you're going to have to name each one of those paddocks. So on the old Stewart place at home, that was one field, about 20 acres. We rotated cattle over there some, and we cut hay over there some. All right, we did not have that divided into a bunch of different rotational grazing paddocks. And so I can either set it at 0 or just leave it at select. Again, if you identify paddocks, you're going to need to name paddocks. So now that we have that done, we're going to hit submit. It says here, file added or updated successfully. We would prefer if you go ahead and fill out the rest of the farm details, including what type of producer you are, cow-calf, number of cows, number of bulls, whether you're a backgrounder or whether you're a stalker. Remember, a backgrounder is a cattle producer that puts weight on cattle with grass, but also with supplement. Okay, they're doing mostly feeding cattle with a little bit of grass. A stalker is a cattle producer that adds weight to cattle, but uses mostly grass, if not all grass. Once you get that done, hit submit. If you're a cow-calf guy, identifying your calving season would be important. So, do you calve year-round? Do you have long calving seasons? If you have shorter calving seasons, are they done in the winter, spring, and fall? And if your calving season is a little off, or when would you prefer to calve if you could? So like for spring calvers, we're going to have March and April, something like that. And then hit submit. Select your marketing plan. So how do you market your cattle? You click at weaning, all that apply. All right. Retain ownership, farm finishing, and then replacement heifers. Okay, hit submit. And then we can come down here and do marketing method. How do we do it? Do we just take them to Bluegrass? Do we take them to Guthrie? Do we take them to any local stockyard facility? Do we sell online? Do we sell to other local people? How do we sell? And then hit submit. All those data are important when you ask a consultant from Extension to come out and try to help you with a problem. So if you share your data with them, they'll be able to go in, look at the kind of producer you are, the length of your calving seasons, and so forth, and we can be very updated and be ready to go before we come out to the farm. Of course, they'll only have access to your data if you allow them to. Once we get this profile completed, we're ready to input animal and forage data.